You are now tuned into Let's Talk Podcast, where we talk less but do more. Today we have a very special guest.
Hey, I'm Dede, Dream Rich.
Entrepreneur, podcast host, management company, author. All things.
All things. All things. I do all
Yes.
things.
I seen on your bio, that's what you say, I do all things.
I can do all things.
Like seriously,
Yeah.
it's
The solution.
it's a lot.
The solution to all your problems.
Well, I want to say congratulations to 10 years in business.
Thank you.
10 years is crazy because when you first start a business, me especially, I'm talking to myself, if it's not instant, I'm like, okay, I need to do something else. Me and my friends talk about this we talk about this every 3 weeks, like, it's not working for me, I need to do something else. But to stay consistent that long, 10 years, I didn't even have a kid yet. I wasn't even thinking about having a kid.
Yeah, you probably were.
Yeah, I did. 10 years ago. 10 years ago, I was 24.
Yeah.
I was 24, I was a baby.
I was 23.
But I remember all your stuff. I remember the bear.
Yeah.
I remember everybody wore the jogging suits. I was dating somebody at the time. He used to wear it. Wow. That's a long time.
10 years is a long time. I've actually been like really emotional lately. Like, oh my God, I've been doing this for
That's
10
a
years.
big accomplishment. And you stay relevant. We're going to get into that. But you stay relevant. So, 10 years ago, put me mentally where you were. Like, 10 years ago, you at home or you wherever you at and you thought about starting this business. Like, where were you?
10 years ago, I had to drop out of school. I was going to school in Lansing with all my
College.
friends. Yeah, college. My brother died a couple of years prior to that, and it just switched on my life. I had epilepsy real bad, so I ended up not being able to finish school. I had tried to go like to OCC and all that stuff, and it just like something with my focus in school just would not work with epilepsy. It just didn't work for me. My memory, I started having like panic attacks because I couldn't remember stuff. So now it's time for everybody to graduate, and I'm seeing it. It's like I felt not accomplished. So 10 years ago, mentally, I was a different girl.
Yeah.
So one day I was sitting in church, in Triumph Church, next to my mama, and I was like, I'm moving. And she was like, what? I was like, I'm moving to Miami. Like, random. Like, it was like I just knew that I needed to go. My house was like the party house. Anybody can vouch for it. My house I was doing strip club parties at the time. We had this thing called Bad Beat Sundays.
Yes, I remember.
We had that going. It was just a lot. It was a lot. My house was always the turnabout.
Oh my God, I remember that.
So I told my mama, like, look, baby, fielding is too much. I don't feel accomplished. I'm gone. But a couple days prior to that, I was riding in the car with a guy named Fats and G's. And I'm like, I'm starting to close the line. And they're like, what? It was like I just had an epiphany. Like, I'm doing this. And I was like, no, I'm gonna do a nonprofit called Dream Big. And then I switched it. It was like, no, I'm gonna do a clothing line. I'm like, everybody wanna be rich. Dream Rich. That's literally where the name came from.
That's it.
That's literally where the name came from. And after that, baby, it took me like a year to get it up and going. I was going through, like, I moved out of town. So I tried to do a pre-order drop. Girl, nobody bought nothing from me. Nothing. So I moved back home after Gary died, because that was very traumatic for me. And I felt like I needed to be around love. So once he passed away, I came home. When I came home, I put in an order for $250. Baby.
Sold out.
I sold out in a day. I was like, oh my God, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I was ready. I was popping that trunk in every neighborhood.
Because you used to just pull up. I
just used to pull up everywhere. And even with it being my 10 years, I'm like, I don't even got no footage. I don't got nothing of me just popping that trunk. Because we didn't care about phones and the internet that much.
Yeah, we didn't have
I had an Instagram then, but I remember my first post on Instagram. But it's just like, I don't, like, this is like.
That's why phones it's a gift and a curse.
Yeah.
Like, I be like, I hate everybody being on their phone so much, whatever. But then I'm like, it's times that I remember stuff, and I'm like, we didn't even have phones.
No, we used to have to ride our bikes to our friends.
I wish we would have been able to go back and look at actual footage of it, but we didn't give a fuck about a phone.
And even with my marketing, like, I got a lot of videos that I did. I'm gonna start posting them closer to my event of videos that I dropped. I was phenomenal for making a marketing video before Instagram was good for content. Now you mean to tell me that it's good for content and I suck at content?
When I was doing content, it was like, what is she doing?
Yeah, so I was like, what's she doing? Yeah. I was a little ahead of my time.
You was a
Baby, I got so many videos. I got Fanboy AJ Lex in the video. Them taking me to jail. I got like it's a whole like one of a dream. Like
Are you gonna post or?
yeah, I'm about to post. I got a boxing video
Like,
where
yeah,
when I was
too.
losing my mind, like after my 7th year, I was losing. Like I had started going through some stuff with my trademark, so that made me alter the brand name. But I was just I wasn't like it was like I was losing all my inventory and customs. It was just a bunch of stuff going on, baby. But it was like preparing me for what was really about to happen. Because after I opened up that store, I lost everything.
With that, what are some challenges that you faced then that you happy that you went through early on that you would hate to go through like now, with you being like established in the company?
The slumlord part, that landlord that I had in my store, the flood part. I'm happy I had insurance. But just knowing it was a natural disaster, my landlord ended up going back and getting the money from SBA though. So I never got the money. He had me pay $3,000 to get the basement clean and everything. We was remodeling the store and I was all the way in Columbia when my store flooded.
Because that's when you had to get rid of, you had lost all your stuff.
I had lost everything and I had just got new inventory. I was remodeling the store because I'm like, all right, my store, I needed to be better. And my dad and them left the stuff down there like a day later and it flooded.
That's crazy.
But it's almost like it was like destined, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. And everything, and then it was like, after that, I kept trying to keep going. I tried to keep the store for months, but it just ended up costing me so much, so I ended up just moving out. And I'm like, you know what? All right, before I said I was gonna close Dream Rich officially, I was doing another fashion show called Art of Fashion. My new brand name is Art of Fashion. It means Art of Fashion. Whole time God was giving me Arte de la Moda. Yeah, the whole time God was already, it's almost like God was giving me something. I got a video of me on a sprinter, like, but stress that. We pull up to my fashion show, it's no rain in the forecast. Everybody out there, anybody was at this fashion show. It started raining. Pouring down raining.
And it was outside.
When I tell you, it was like Noah's Ark. Like, everything was getting washed away. Like, that was probably the biggest challenge I ever faced in my life. But I remember being on the sprinter and I watched this video to remind myself that I'm gonna just start a new page, a new clothing page. I'm gonna do a new brand. It's gonna blow up. I'm saying this, I'm like, something trying to tear me down. I'm saying this out my mouth, not knowing it. It's really what I was about to be doing.
I just got the chills because listen, I was on the phone with my friend. She said I always say her name on my podcast. I do, but I ain't gonna put her business out today. We on the phone at like 6:30, 7 this morning, and I'm telling her stuff, and she like, well, you can't. I'm like, no, I'm telling you, this is what I'm gonna be doing. Like after this 40 days, I'm doing this. She's like, no, it's whatever. I said, no, I'm telling you, I'm doing this, and I'm doing this. And she like, because I know this is what I meant. This is what I meant to do. Like this is what I'm going to do. I'm preparing myself all this time because in 40 days I'm doing this, and this. She's like, well, all right, and I'm like.
And then what I'm learning now is to align it with God's will. Because also 2 years ago, seizures kept being in my vicinity. But it's such a personal thing for me that I don't want to talk about it. To be completely honest, I needed to. So 10 years ago, he gave me something to make me do what I wanted to do because I felt less than. God gave me that, but my identity ended up being just that. Dream rich, no kids, no family, like, and there's nothing wrong with that because I am very successful, but I start overpouring at work. My last relationship, my ex-boyfriend, before he passed away, we was going to get into it because I overly worked. Like I didn't play about my business. Like it wasn't stopping me. So, and my identity became Dream Rich. So when I lost everything, not only was he giving me something new, but he was telling me to change my identity back to who I am.
To who you are.
Yeah, and go back to change my perspective on life. Like,
do you think that's the trauma response? My auntie feel like, because I work, if I don't go to work, like if I don't go to work, I feel like, what am I doing? I'm wasting time. Yeah. My auntie like, that's a trauma response.
It is.
Because I feel like if I'm not at work, I'm wasting time. Or if I'm not with my kid, like say for instance, I go out. I went out the other night and went to go get Zia when I left. I called my sister like, I'm not gonna be, she's like, it's 3 o'clock. I feel like why do I not have my kid? Why am I not going to work? It's like
it's a survival mode.
Yeah, I hate that about myself.
A guilty feeling of survival. I'm telling you from a person right now, I'm not a survivor no more. I'm not in survival mode no more. I'm fully open, vulnerable. I'm a woman. So survival mode for me was I always had to figure out something. I'm not trying to always figure out something. I want a team, I want people to help me. I I love help. I'm open for help because survival mode puts you into. People can feel that shell before you even like. People like, what's wrong with you all the time? Ain't nothing wrong with you.
Like nothing.
I'm just you so strong. Really,
That's how ask me.
I'm resilient. I'm resilient. Strong is too much for me. I'm resilient. I know how to make it out of something. But as far as like just
like something happened, and I told my sister, I'm like, and I'm going through this, and ain't nobody calling it. And my sister like, 'cause you always figure it out. I'm tired of always figuring it out. Y'all don't think that I still need y'all to call and check on me?
My brother told me that one
She's
day.
like, you always figure it out.
My brother told me that, like, I asked him for some money one time. He was like, you know what? I feel bad. He was like, because I just felt like he was going to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
And I really needed him. So within the last 2 years, I really did need people. And I was still showing up for people and realizing that I was losing my mind.
Mm-hmm.
So now everybody be like, you at home more? Yes. Because I can't come today. Like, I don't got, like, if I wake up and I don't feel it, I'm not coming. Because I was suppressing how I feel to make everybody else happy. But it's like, at the end of the day, how do I feel?
Exactly.
All right, I love you, but today I can't come. Because I'm watching people tell me that.
And what's crazy, somebody will tell you that they can't do something. Perfect example. I just gave my uncle, we threw my uncle a party. I did all the decoration and everything. Mind you, I feel like I had some type of virus or something. I was so sick, like I could barely move. But Monty still wanted me to come set up all of that. So I lit the candles. That was my final touch. And then I left. I went home and I laid down. I'm like, I might not make it back to the party. Do you know my sister gonna be so mad because she watched my podcast? She's blowing me down. I'm like, yeah, I don't feel good. She's like, okay, are you still gonna come? Like, who care about me? Do anybody care about me? I tell Zia saying I'm sick, I don't feel good. She like, okay, mommy, I'm gonna rub your head.
I see a video.
She rubbed my head till I fall asleep. Then start making videos. Like,
yeah, I see that. She was like, I don't know why I gotta rub her head.
I don't know why I rub this girl head. Like,
I was dying.
It's so crazy because
I was dying.
somebody had told me I'm like, you haven't answered your phone. I'm like, because I really been busy. I've really been sick, but I also been busy doing stuff. They're like, well, you been hanging out.
Baby, my new thing is if I don't answer, baby, I'm busy.
I just don't answer.
Listen, if I don't answer, sorry. I don't like. I'm not.
Sorry.
No, I'm not giving you no explanation though.
Yeah,
like, don't call my
busy.
phone expecting an explanation from me right now. Do y'all know it's a million people that call my phone? I got several. I got my own entities that I run, but I run people careers. I run people lives. Like, so if I want to take a break, like, I gotta go to the gym if I really want to go to the gym. You remember when I was coming to the gym then? That was when
I can't even do that because I had to take time off of school so I can go to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Now I gotta take time off work to go to the gym, and it's just like, if that's what I want to do, then that's what I want to do. I don't know nothing about it. But do you feel like the flood and stuff, that was like the transition?
Yeah.
Like that was like your most.
I didn't take it as a transition. I kept complaining about I'm losing everything because I lost my house. I lost my car. Girl, I lost everything. Like, I ain't have nothing for me. I was homeless typically for 4 days. 4 days. That's a lot of time for me. That's a lot to be homeless.
4 days.
4 days because my new house wasn't ready.
But
that still was a lot.
On the street.
Shit, I felt like it. I felt like it though. I still felt alone. Like, I felt alone, like hell, and I didn't know why. Like, my mama's house was full when everybody was staying over there. I could have went over there and laid on the floor, but it was just like I didn't have nowhere to To me, it was just like nowhere comfortably to go for 4 days.
And that's when I first started nursing school. I'm like, I gotta downsize. I had a condo. I'm like, I gotta downsize. I'm gonna go stay with my sister and finish school.
See, and now I'm down.
I stayed with my sister. I was crying every day. I'm like, I can't do this. Like, I'm homeless. My auntie was looking at me like, girl. I'm like, this. For me, leaving the house when I was 15 to having to go stay with somebody again.
It's pride too.
It's like,
but it's your peace. I grew up in a house, so for me, I grew up in a house with 13 people.
It's
so I never got. So for so long, I never wanted to be alone. But now it's like I want to be alone because my brain don't function. Sometimes I'm doing so much for everybody else, and everybody expecting me to always be happy, always be smiling. It's like, do you not know that I'm a human like you? Like, I got emotions, I have feelings. Like, hey, even like today is my ex-boyfriend's birthday that passed away. Like, I'm still a human. Like,
you still gotta go.
I'm still a human. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm just now not crying when I wake up on his birthday or something, because it's not. I'm not reliving the moment. I grew to the past of like knowing that he cared for me deeply, I cared for him, and he's no longer here. Like, I miss him though, but I'm not. I used to be not getting out of bed on certain days, grieving. because grief was a lot too. So epilepsy and grief.
Yeah, and then that can trigger, yeah, from being in school, I know, that kind of stuff, that can trigger that. How do you, that was the most traumatic, the flood. What was the most rewarding, so far, what's been the most rewarding experience from your brand? Not just with your clothes, but with your whole brand in general. Like with management, you write a book. I need a book too. I need one.
Okay.
I need to read it every morning.
Okay. Oh yeah, no, see, now Girl You Are Enough journal.
Yes,
that's fire. I love it, and I'm actually gonna make it bigger soon.
Yeah, I need that.
Hopefully Mother's Day.
Mm-hmm.
But as long as life don't beat me up, because I'm in school and stuff too. But my most accomplishing moment, I would probably say the fashion shows.
Mm-hmm.
Every fashion show that I threw has showed me that my impact is amazing. And I did it. Like, I'm a girl from the hood. Like, I can bring 1,500 people out. And just even now, like, looking back at it, I think this is my biggest moment. Right here. Like, this moment, because I'm vulnerable. I'm happy to be here. Like, I feel like 10 years ago, 8 years ago, like, just to see even all of my friends be where they at. Like, the Baby Moneys, the Babyface Rays, the GT, like, all, like, just to see where all of them are at right now, coming from where. See, I got a picture of Ray at my first anniversary. It was regular.
I just seen one of your photo shoots. I think it was it GT?
It was GT, Ray, Baby Money.
And I'm like,
Baby
look at them, skinny and skinny.
Yes. So that is my biggest accomplishment, because 10 years ago I did that. 5 years into that, and 4 years into that, I got in the music industry. And 3 years ago, I got an artist signed with being his manager in 9 months. We literally walked in. I was able to take an artist somewhere. Me and this artist managed to get something done in 9 months that I had never accomplished in my life. I never had did this before. But I was taking a leap of faith. God put me there, and I did it. Like, it was almost like it was made for us to be together. It was made for me to know these people. So I just feel grateful. Because the whole time I was trying to prove a point, when God was giving me, He was giving me what to walk with. Mm-hmm. He was giving me my papers, and I should have been more present with God even in them times. So, sometimes God got to strip you of everything so you can pay a little more attention. And now that I'm paying attention, like even when we asking for a baby and stuff, God didn't want to give me a baby in that state of mind. Because I'm not a victim. I'm not a victim. And no matter what I went through, everything that happened to me is like my testimony to be. I got 3 closed head injuries, not 1, 3. Like, meaning I got a purpose here on earth. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, and now that I look at it like that, it's just like, man, my most accomplished moment was making it, being alive. Like, seeing my mama, like, bro, my mama smiles so much at every accomplishment that I'm sure. So, just because I watched her be so strong for so long, so now it's like, I gotta have your back. Like, because now the nonprofit that we got is called I'm Not Different. Mm-hmm. It's hers. I'm just on it with her. But I'm Not Different is for my mama she raised kids that was never hers. But now your 2 kids both got epilepsy. So I'm Not Different, it's for kids like hers. Mm-hmm. Like, so she can go back. She got the heart to do it. Like, so we're gonna open up a resource center for the babies and the kids to do their thing. Like, so people, you don't gotta feel like you're different. You're gonna have somewhere to come to, somebody to talk to. We're gonna have perfect doctors, therapy. Like, everything is gonna be able to get done at that place.
And I feel like right now, more than ever, mental health, I like how the light is being shed on mental health. Yes. Because can you imagine if this much mental health, like this much awareness was years and years and years and years and years ago? Mm-hmm. It's just...
They should just put people on medicine.
Yeah, amazing. Even with my daughter, I be like, you sure she don't? My auntie like, no. But it's just like, she used to be so hyper. Yeah. Like, she wake up, she on 10, then she go to sleep. It's never a 5 or 4. It's just 10 or sleep.
I mean, she's gonna be something very, very promising in her career though. You gotta see, when you pay attention to, and I don't have babies, but if you just pay attention to, like, people always say stuff like, you don't have kids, how do you know? I went to school for early child care development. Oh, yeah. So nobody know that I really love kids, like learning the brain of a kid.
So you can just tell how...
when I see a kid, like, I'm able to adapt to all my nieces and nephews in different ways. I know which one of them need love in different ways. Like, I'm the favorite auntie, and I know that, like, because of who I am to them. Mm-hmm. I'm able to relate to them on different avenues.
Each one on different.
And I wish somebody was relatable. I mean, I had my auntie Pumpkin. Don't get me wrong, I had some good dope aunties. Auntie Pumpkin, my auntie Sharice. I had some good aunties. Mm-hmm. I had some very, very, Auntie Crystal, Auntie Marie. My aunties was dope. My mama don't, but I had good women to look up to as well. But just having my nephew, like I'm not asking to take them all to the concerts now. Taking them to a Skilla Baby concert. I had a festival, they come in there. That is amazing for me, for them to see like, one of my nephews did a paper on me, my Tay son, he did a paper, like a little project on me. And he never called me. He didn't call me and ask me no questions.
No questions.
Baby, he got everything right. I said, period. So just being able to read kids and study them, you'll be able to know like what they good at and what they bad at. Like if they having a hard time, all you gotta do is have a conversation. So.
And one thing she gonna do is have a conversation.
Yeah, and if you are an auntie, just go talk to them. Like it's needed. Like
yeah, my sister said this why tonight like this not. My niece will call me for something and I end up like sending her mama the money or something. She like she was like, what's this for? I'm like, oh, that's for Sanaa book fairs. She like, huh? I'm like, yeah, because
something we talk about.
It's something we talk about. Don't worry about it. Just
mind your business.
Exactly. What? How do you stay relevant in a era? I'm gonna say era. In an era of a lot of people starting brands and they have a brand, because I'm sure with your 10 years, you've been seeing people come and go, come and go, come and go. So how do you manage to stay relevant for 10 whole years?
I'm just
keep you always sell out, always see like, okay, no more left, or
Yeah.
2 more left, or this more. How do you stay relevant and stay creative? Because your stuff is, you don't follow the trends. It's like you kind of like make your own.
Yeah.
But it always just pop.
I stay relevant by being me. I'm not looking at nobody else's paper. I don't care what nobody else doing. I love to help people too, so God gonna always put me in a position. Like even when I lost everything, all the stuff I did for other people came back to me when I lost everything. So Sam, Spencer, all of the people that Denzel, all my friends that poured back into me when I wasn't feeling like myself, I appreciate them too because they made me get back to my ground. And I'm just not getting back to it for real. Honestly, for the last 6 months, I just felt like, let me just help somebody else because I couldn't get it back. I couldn't get I was losing my. This is the first time I've ever felt like that too, where I like completely just. But God wanted me to focus on me, like get to you, be Darlene, not dream rich, and figure it out. But I honestly just be me. Like I genuinely, my mind is like running tabs in my sleep. I can't even explain it. It's like, and it might got something to do. Me and Randy was laughing about this when I went on her show, and I was like, it might be something about neuro because my brain is able to open so many tabs and accomplish so many things in a day. Like my brain, I used to call people and just give it to them. But now I write everything down more because my brain, my dreams. I literally prayed one day and was like, God, what is you trying to do? What are we doing? He literally was like, I literally picked up a book and it was all right there. Literally, it was like, man, I'm like, man, all right, my 10-year anniversary, this is what we doing. Literally, my whole shift changed, and then I felt back motivated. That's literally what, it's something within it's a gift that I got. Like, I can feel it. Like, I know when it's time to push, and I know when it's time to isolate. I had to be still for a couple months. So when everybody be like, why you don't have no clothes? I got to feel the bill like, oh, I got no clothes. And it's so hard, because like you said, I sold out. That money, when you making a certain amount of money, and you're not making it no more, and then you calling somebody like, I need $1,000, I need $500. I was struggling to pay bills, pay my car note. Like, that's hard. That's hard. So really how I stay relevant is just the I'm always hungry. I always want more. Like, I want more. I just want more.
And you consistent.
Yeah, I want more. It ain't nothing like, it's nothing nobody, I want more. I want more out of life. I need to change the generation that's coming behind me. So that's really it. Relevancy don't really matter to me because I don't get half of the credit for 90% of what I do. I don't need it though. As long as God see my heart and know that my heart is pure, I'm gonna always be blessed. I don't miss nobody.
That's when you know it's
I don't like. It ain't feel bad when you're not getting recognized in certain places. Like, I mean, like certain stuff like the Pistons and all that. Like, I know the coordinators here. I done did so much stuff with them. I don't even get invited to Women's Day. And that's like, but in reality, it is what it is. But that's why I start doing my own fashion shows. And I'm only saying that to say, I don't deserve not to be recognized, but I also ain't taking it personal because I know how to recognize myself. So
about that, how do people get invited to all the influential things? Because
at this point, I don't even know.
I'm not being shady or nothing, but I have a big following. I do my podcast, I do stuff, but it may be people with not even that much going on.
It's really about who you know. Sometimes it be about who you know.
It's like,
I mean, and I know everybody, but I get invited to more stuff when it comes to men than it comes to women.
I don't get invited to shit.
Well, I'm gonna make sure I keep you on some.
Please, put me as a +1. I just got this girl like, how do you keep getting invited to these things? You're like what's going on?
Because it ain't really about the volume.
She like, no, I DM people. She's like, I asked.
Yeah, just being in the right room and listen, relationships is key. Like I said, I do got relationships with certain people over there. I don't know why I'm not invited to certain stuff. I even text them and say, hey, what you got going on for Women's Month? I never even got a response.
Yeah,
but that it's okay. I'm not mad about it.
You're not mad about it, but I feel like you are a person that should have been.
Exactly. But it's like, one time I went with just one of my artists, like, it just be like, so when it come down to like people that actually do stuff in Detroit, I think people need to stop making it a popularity contest. Because if it was a popularity contest, I would have been one. I don't get recognized either. So when people talk about being recognized or the stuff that they did, or just do it for you. When you start doing it for you and doing it for your success, that recognition will come later when it come, however it come.
Alexis told me a year ago. She like, we saw me when I was at the gym. She like, I'm like, yeah, that my Dede was at the gym today, yada yada yada. And she like, why don't you have her be on the podcast? I'm like, she is not gonna do my podcast. Like, she got her own podcast. She do this, she do. She like, you're dumb. Okay. I'm like, cause like I'm about to ask, and then she say no, let me feel stupid.
I wouldn't have said.
So listen. So then when I was telling her like a week ago when we decided to do it, she like, yes, she is Detroit culture. Like, I'm like, okay, are you gonna give me the questions to ask? Like, damn. And she's like, I've been told you to ask, and it is true. You just gotta talk to people, and that's even when I got Jen on, and I got a couple more people on. It's like you really have to just talk to people.
Listen, when you communicate. Every girl like Jen is nice, AP is beautiful. Like all the women that I work with are amazing. Like, but I know we in the industry like Chanel, the Chanels, the Randys. Like we are in the industry where it's like, why you looking like that? Like, but really our brain just doing some other stuff that you might not understand. But
and me and Randy, we used to go on walks in the morning. We used to go like we used to be at the park. We used to go on walks together. This was about 10 years ago. I'm like, I could write Randy, but everybody is so different now. So.
Nah, I mean you just. My thing is, if you're scared to take a chance, you let fear overcome faith. If you got faith, don't let fear overcome it. Yes, fear will creep in, but if you go, like, say something creep in your mind, like, this ain't gonna work for me. My new thing is, my mind, like, my affirmations I repeat to myself when I wake up is, I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I am worthy.
I'm saying this, and then before Zia get out the car, I make her say her affirmation.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's nothing I can't do. And then she said all this, and then I'm telling her to say it, and I get it, and I be scared to talk to
Good things come to me. All things are possible. I can do all things. That's why that's in my bio, because I can do all things through Christ. Who strengthens me like that. I'm not scared. Like what? And that's another reason why I stay where relevant. I ain't scared to go in a door and open my mouth. And if it's a room where I'm always teachable, I'm always listening. I will sit in the room and take in everything I need to. I suck in everything. Like I literally can suck in some stuff. Like I was just laughing. Like I'm just now start back to pick a book up. I got over 100 books at home. I've read before, but I got a goal to read a book a week.
Me too.
Before I get on the phone, anything I pray and I read.
I just made a post saying I want to start a book club because I like to read, but I just feel like sometimes I be wanting to talk about what I read. And a lot of people, I read a lot. I have a bookshelf full of self-help books.
Do it.
A lot of people be like, oh, all the self-help books are the same thing, but I be wanting to talk. So I'm like, Alexis like, start your own. I'm like, I'm looking for a book club. Alexis like, start your own. I'm like, nobody want to work with my book club. I posted it today. 16 people that put they want to be in it. I'm like, okay, we on to something.
And you can do Zooms, and then you can
That's what I said.
You can do coffee shops. Girl, I do that too. Girl, we need more safe space for women to just be women. Like
I was thinking of Zooms for the first couple of weeks, and then like a meetup.
Yeah, everybody gets so caught up in life, career that we don't take. That's self-care. Reading a book is a form of self-care. Writing in the journal is a form of self-care. We get so caught up in life that you forget to do these things, and then you wonder why your brain ain't functioning right. Because there's certain things that you used to do that make it normal.
When I'm reading my book and I got my door closed, it's in because she don't knock. She opened the door, she see me read my book, she be like, me time? I'm like, yes. She closed the door and get out. Thank you. Give me 30 minutes. And I read my book and I do, or I write my journaling, and I do Legos. I do a lot of Legos.
It's crazy. I said I wanted to start some Legos. Somebody actually bought me some Legos we supposed to do. My new hobby is, for whatever reason, I used to do this when I was younger. I used to make purses. I need to get a sewing machine.
Crochet?
No, I used to sew, take a pair of jeans and make them into purses. I got an older sister that did it, and I stole her idea. Really, she used to make bracelets and all that. So I just thought she taught me how to do certain things, and it's something that makes me happy. Like it's like relaxing for me, like to actually.
So do you use a sewing machine and stuff?
I haven't even sewed nothing lately. I've been just using glue and a needle and thread by hand. But I've been doing hats. I've been studding hats. I've been studding coats. I went to the Rio concert and I stood the whole bomber. Like I pearled out a whole bomber. Like just getting back into like things that make me happy. Like, and it's fun. It's actually cool. It's a hobby. It's like when I'm not doing nothing, I can just do this. You know what I'm saying? So I can stop being in a club so much and being on the scene. It's like what makes you.
What's gonna make me sit and chill and actually
And relax my mind.
What is your favorite collection out of all your collections? What would you say your most favorite is? Top 2.
Out of my clothes.
I like the new jackets.
I would say the new brand.
I like the blue.
The new brand is my favorite.
Really?
The cargos, like these jogger pants. Baby, I wear these every day. Like, cause I like wearing stuff like this. I buy stuff like this. So this bomber, like my bomber, the cargos, just the look and the feel of it, to put art on the shirt. That's how much I love it.
So your new collection would be your
My
favorite?
new collection is my top favorite. I'm not gonna lie. That's because I'm doing something that I love as far as fashion. Then I was saying Dream Rich. I had these hoodies. I had this heart jogging suit with a hoodie that zip all the way up.
Like a baked pudding.
Like a baked pudding. That was one of my favorites. That boy was hard. Then my kids, I did a kid jogging suit and it had affirmations on it.
Oh wow.
That was one of my favorites. I'm bringing those back though. It had the bear on it with a bunch of affirmations all over the outfit. They're my favorites.
Yeah, about I know you said you with the 9 months and you walked into. Are you talking about baby money?
What?
When you said you walked
Yeah, with baby money. So technically with baby money, it was just like a flow. I started managing somebody in 2016 from the east side. I managed him first. And when I managed him, it went good. He got me in management though. Technically, like GT and them was learning how to. I learned certain stuff through GT, doing stuff for GT. Him and Ray had a tape and I uploaded it for him. It's called MT Time. I uploaded that tape and that got me into it, and then did that. It was a lot of street stuff happening, and it just was a lot for me. So I separated myself. The whole time I was helping baby money. I was just pulling up in my car with my computer, teaching him how to upload his music, teaching him how to go and be in my, just being present with him as a big sister, because really that's really how we got so close. And just wanted to see him win because he was talented. I just seen something in him. That's another gift that I got. I'm able to see something in people that they don't even see it. Like, he knew he was shit because he was hustling, but I just knew that boy was gonna be something. I had told the guys I was managing prior, like, man, that nigga gonna be something. That nigga gonna be something. It just so happened that I got to be something with him. Like it just was.
So it was organic.
It was organic as hell. Like, he always supported me. He was always one of my biggest supporters then, and I'll never forget, I pulled up on him one day with a camera myself, with a jog suit. Like, can you take a picture? He had the shoes. He like, come on. He just was always down. His personality was just always that. And him and Baby's Girl kept asking me to manage them back then. Just so happened that I was helping them get shows and stuff, and then one day I took him to a couple meetings. I took him to like 3 meetings, and his all Crumbs was there. We was all there, and I just looked. I ain't really like how the meetings was going, and I just was like, I'm your manager, bro.
Yeah, because you need somebody.
You need, obviously. Come on, I'm back. I literally looked and said, I'm back in the game, like that. Like, it just was like something in my heart said, do this, and that's what I mean by like God be always right there directing me on where to go.
Exactly what to do. How do you manage being so present on your own brand? Because I know you said you got a team and stuff, but you still very, very hands-on with your own stuff, and being so hands-on. But anytime I see like Baby Money or somebody on my timeline, you is like right there in the back. Right there.
So when I was losing everything, I had a good team. My team now is different. It's constructed. I don't have a team no more. I let Jalen live in Houston. My team gone. So now it's interesting because I'm so peaceful. It's cool. I just hired me a manager though. I hired me a manager to handle all my business because my brand, for whatever reason, something in my heart is telling me something about to change in my trajectory that I need somebody to handle all my business. And it really just, like I said, so many other tasks in my brain. I literally, when I wake up, I do all of that and I just start knocking tasks down so that I can get through the day. 5 tasks, I can go have fun. That's how I look at it.
When you have a baby, you're going to be a good mama.
I can't wait.
Remember I said this when you found out you're pregnant, just being like,
I'm giving myself another year. So.
Another year?
I will stop playing, yeah, for real. I got another year.
What is something about the music industry that surprised you when you first started like managing? because it was new to you. You said you started in 2016, but you stopped,
Mm-hmm.
and then you started back with Baby Money.
Mm-hmm.
What was something about like that industry that like really surprised you? I heard it was real crooked a little bit.
It is, but it ain't surprising.
You already know.
It's like the streets.
Okay.
I feel like music is like the streets. It's business. Don't take it personally. Just like the streets. You can't take, and I used to take things personally. So it made me gear up. Like, this shit. All right, let's go. Let's go in this door. Let's walk. Hey, what's up? Now I gotta put my big girl pants on. Even if I'm gonna walk out of here crying. What's good? You ain't playing with me. And I love that because with Baby Money, I was able to stand my guard in so many rooms when people was like, oh, she little. Yeah, I'm little, but I got a lot of bark. What's good? And I bite though. So like that was cool. That's the cool part, being underestimated.
Yeah.
Yeah, being underestimated, but I've been like that my whole life. I've been underestimated my whole life. So putting me right there,
So you already know what to do.
it's like I'm a pig. Throw me out there. We go. Let's have fun. If I don't know it, I'm gonna learn it. I'm so cold, and I'm gonna learn this. And it's just me speaking life into myself because I used to be so mad. I used to get so. When I tell you, I used to get mad. Like when this first started. Right now, I'm talking to you so kind. I used to be on. I used to watch like, I don't know what the fuck they playing with me. I used to be on fire.
Right, because Chanel, she do Vezzo.
Yeah, now it's like a grace with it. Like, man, all right, they know what's gonna happen if they do that. All right, cool. We gonna play it like that then. Yeah, now my cadence is different. It's like, all right,
Because you already know. You know.
all right,
Stuff.
all right. Like now it's just like, okay, I let you just say whatever you think you just did, but I'm gonna win. Like, and I told somebody this a long time ago. Like, I'm gonna meet you at the top, and that's just my main. I'm gonna meet you at the top. This ain't a competition.
It's not.
God gonna take me wherever. It ain't no cap on my life. Ain't no ceiling.
It's really no ceiling.
It's no ceiling.
Two sides to a story. How did you get into podcasting? I love it.
Me and my best friend, we different. We got the same birthday, everything.
Y'all
We
are
different.
literally night and day.
Night and day.
But y'all in the middle so well. Like y'all can finish each other's sentences.
She understand me. I understand her. We got the same birthday. She actually is
Y'all
like,
got the same birthday?
but I look at her like when I'm going through stuff. They be like, look how Bonnie do that now. Look how she handle that now. And a lot of people don't understand that. Like she's like a big sister, but a best friend almost, because she handled things very, very different than me. I was real edgy, emotional. I gotta say something. But I remember a point in our friendship where I used to say nothing and she said stuff. So I'm just watching myself grow within her. And I be laughing like, damn. Like I know that I'm not getting judged when I'm talking to her. So we started two sides to a story because we always got different viewpoints on stories, different logics on it.
Yeah, I like that.
Sometimes I'm more emotional, sometimes she logical, sometimes she more emotional and I'm logical. But we handle each other well. So
That's good. I love your podcast. I love that it's like so raw. It's like sitting in the living room with your people and y'all just having a conversation.
and that's the goal. We want people to come on there and feel like, I feel like there's no safe place for even men or nobody to talk.
And that's what I like too. I like how y'all have a lot of men guests and they still comfortable to laugh and keep being talking.
Yeah, because Bodie James and all Sergeant Air episode is coming out, but I think them two episodes probably made me laugh the most.
I think the one with Peasy had me like.
Peasy had me on the fence. He had too much. He started too much shit with that black ass.
I think he had a motive and he came on. He knew exactly what he was doing.
Yeah, he did his damn thing. I ain't gonna lie, he did his damn thing. Skittles was fun. Take Me and Baby Money was comical. That was our first episode with guests.
Yes.
And they played so much. So I think everybody.
I like it. It's real homey. It's real comfortable. I have a question. This is really an icebreaker question, but I was supposed to know at the beginning. If you had to give your 18-year-old self advice after going through life as far as you have made it, if you had to go back to your 18-year-old self and give yourself advice, what would it be?
Don't live your life for nobody. Don't suppress your feelings for nobody. You did it. Like it's all at the hands. It's all at your hands. Just pray about it and don't let nobody make you feel like you can't do nothing because you can do everything you put your mind to. That's literally what I would tell my 18-year-old self.
It's the truth, and especially seeing how far you've come, how consistent you've been. Well, one thing I can say before I close, Alexis, like she is just always happy and positive. I love when they close your page, I'm like, where the fuck is her page at? It was gone. You've always been so happy, so positive, so respectful, and I feel like that's another reason that you've been like 10 years is a big deal. I don't feel like you gave yourself enough credit. I came here with a 10-year on. It said 10 on it. But I just feel like you are very positive. I've seen you You help everybody. You hands-on with everybody around you, no matter what person. Your friend could be selling cake. You're going to be the first one buying it.
Yeah.
So I just feel like you are very, very genuine. You are a staple in Detroit culture.
Oh, thank you. Don't make me cry, girl.
You are the perfect person to do for my 313 episode. I'm like, who can I use? Who can I use? Who can I use? And I was like, I'm just doing my own. And I'm like, no, you are like, you was the perfect fit for this episode. I am excited to be your +1 on all of the future
Yes, girl, you can come back to that.
events. And I'm gonna get a ticket to the fashion show too. But my last question to close is, what is happiness to you? What do you right now today? How do you define happy? Like being happy, genuinely happy.
Genuinely happy is being me at all costs. It don't let nothing, at the cost of my happiness, don't let nobody ruin it. Like, don't let nobody be in control of my emotions. That's happiness for me. Like, 'cause for so long, I kind of, like I said, I suppressed a lot of emotions. So happiness is just really success in all things. Like, I was talking about dreaming rich, but it's really about fulfilling. Like everybody got their own reason to be rich. So my happiness is me being who I am. Like, you can be rich in spirit, rich in love, I'm rich in love. Like, I give love no matter who giving it to me back. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, I don't gotta be like you. I'm gonna treat the janitor like the CEO, because I don't never know who gonna be the CEO. And I'm not gonna lie, in my last 10 years, it's people that I'm so proud of, like the ones I started with, like DJ, BJ, and all these people. We treated each other the same. And I'm looking at all of us now, the GTs, the skillers, everybody that I met when we was down, while we coming up, it's cool. It makes it a good thing to be. That's happiness. Happiness is when you can walk in any room and you're gonna still get the same respect that you would have got when you walked out. Ain't nobody really talking about me when I walk out of rooms, and if they is, they just fake. But
I've never heard nothing bad.
and in reality, a lot of people just don't like what they don't understand. They don't know how you make it do things. So happiness is just being resilient, being myself, and never letting nobody change who I am. Just because if you feel like that, that's your feelings. My feelings are still matter. Everything about me is still valid. That's happiness. That's it.
Well, March 30th, St. Regis, right?
St. Regis. March 30th, we is at the St. Regis Hotel to bring your donations. Because we donate to I'm Not Different.
Right, you're not ready for your
Yeah, I'm not different because we're starting a resource center. So everything after the 30th, I'm going to be literally pouring into a resource center to get it open before I open up my big
You know what
surprise.
area?
The west side of Detroit.
The big surprise.
The big surprise is I can't tell you yet.
When is that gonna be?
By the festival. My festival will be in August. Keep to Your Dreams Festival is coming back for a second round, for the second.
Oh, like the key to it, y'all do that together. Okay.
Another festival, and I'm gonna launch something else for my business. I don't want to say nothing about it yet until I get it. I gotta get it in my hand. Once I get it in my hand, I'm posting it.
August.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for
I'm
having
excited.
me.
I haven't had a guest in so long. I'm so excited.
Yes, I can't wait till it drop. I'm
Yes,
excited.
thank you. Thursday.
Make sure you got good.